Welcome, I'm Dr. Christian von Lahr, and today you're watching Messenger with special guest Marcy Neuman. Now, Marcy doesn't need a lot of introduction. She's very well known around the country. She's a popular speaker, author, and co-author of the book, How Did You Do That? And she leads a lot of seminars and is so well known for a unique concept called self-love. And so this first segment, we want to get into what that really means. How did you come up with that?
First of all, thank you so much for the opportunity to speak about it.
It's our pleasure.
Because I think it's probably one of the most, no, I'm going to retract that. It is the most important concept for each of us to embrace in our lives.
Wow, so self-love is, first of all, it's unique, right? This is something new that you're
Yes.
promoting. So you're going to want to catch one of the seminars or read the book or the many products that you have. But self-love, you know, we hear that expressed probably in different ways, but you have a particular focus. Now, when I think of self-love, I'm thinking I need to appreciate who I am, what I am, where I came from. Probably don't even have to focus just on this world or this lifetime. It could be prior lifetimes. But there's something about me that makes me me, something that makes me special, which means out there, all of those audience members are special. There's something great about them. But what's missing is this factor of self-love, because that's going to make a difference.
You're absolutely right. First of all, the first thing that comes to mind, even in hearing you sort of talk about my own program, is again how powerful it is. But number two, it just came to mind what a clear connection there is, I think, between soul's purpose and self-love. Because as we are truly embracing the self-love consciousness, it's only then that our soul's purpose can be revealed. And I know that there are so many people who live lives that are somewhat confusing. They forget that they have purpose. They're in search of what their lives are all about. What's the meaning for their
What's
lives?
really interesting to me, Marcy, is you're saying that we mentioned soul, we mentioned spirit, we mentioned that they had a purpose. And what you're doing is you're connecting this concept of self-love. So something's unifying about self-love that probably makes spirit express itself in soul and express itself in our life. Now, self-love, maybe we have to define what love means to begin with.
From my perspective, love is really about...
Is it like an appreciation for who we are?
Yes.
Okay.
But
It isn't just a romantic thing. It's like there must be something great about me. I mean, I've spent many lifetimes becoming Christian or Marcy, and that life just presents an opportunity for me to be what I'm capable of being, right? So self-love, just seems to me, is some way, it's a mechanism to let the real me come out, and that makes a difference. It gets me on that path, and brings fulfillment, happiness, and maybe leads to the manifestation, other things that you speak about. But love, do you see love differently, or is that to be harnessed that one?
Well, I think that yes, it is about appreciation, but it's also about acceptance. And how imperative it is that we accept ourselves without any judgment, without any conditions or expectations or constraints whatsoever. Because as we can love ourselves under those conditions, what happens is not only do we open up, but the whole world opens up. We have unlimited possibilities, and all of our potential, all of the essence of our being, which is completely connected to our soul's purpose, is then able to be revealed because you've opened this path. And it's only at that time that it can truly be revealed.
You know, Marcy, I'm just loving this because most people, to use the pun, don't really understand that concept of love. And that's why I tried to bring in my concept of appreciation. We're valuable. You know, we've spent many lifetimes being something very, very special, and we're going somewhere. So we're talking about this concept of consciousness right now. We're on some sort of a path. And instead of letting the outside world influence us, always looking what the parents said, mother, father, brothers, the peers, the friends, society, money, circumstances, there's something about us that our life is about. And without love, how will we ever be anything? So this is great. Now, can anybody learn these techniques of self-love?
All of us need to learn these techniques of self-love.
Okay, this is phenomenal.
I would like to add one more thing
Sure.
to what you just said. And that is, yes, we all have a soul's purpose. But that soul's purpose is not necessarily something that's only revealed on the horizon. Our soul's purpose is really revealed every single day. We need to understand that it's in everything that we do, everything that we think, every action that we take, every choice that we make. Our soul's purpose is constantly vying for position.
Right.
Because it's looking for that escape hatch. It wants to come out
Sure.
and express itself.
This is so fantastic, and I like the word expression, because this self-love and appreciation, depending how we want to use these terms, actually started the moment we were born. When we're children, we're actually trying to find out who we are. We're trying to express ourselves, and we can actually look from the earliest ages of us and see that something in us was trying to come out. And what we're featuring today is the concept of self-love, so we can package that and put it to a purpose and actually make some empowerment changes, some improvements in our life, relationships, and circumstances.
Right.
When we come back with Marcy Neuman, we're going to bring some interesting insight into a new concept she has called resistance identification. Stay tuned to Messenger.